bringing the counsel from heaven concerning our dear state. There are 7 things the Lord showed me why I slept. I had a dream. 7 things the Lord showed me. That is, I call it the 7 thrones. The 7 thrones that govern our state and even Nigeria at large. So I will start by sharing the dreams briefly, as fast as possible. I'll share this dream. I had this dream on the 25th of November. That's the day of my birthday. 25th of November, I had this dream. And in that dream, I saw a mountain, and in the mountain there was a seat, and there was a map of Taraba State upon the seat, and then there were 2 books side by side of the map of Nigeria. And then I saw the face of 2 ancient elders that have been the watchmen of Taraba State, the northeast at large. I saw them weeping behind the throne or behind the mountain. That's why I call it the 7th throne. So while they were there, then the governor was trying to, that is the governor of Taraba State, was trying to climb upon the mountain to go and sit on the throne. He tried all he could, but he could not climb the mountain he climbed halfway of the mountain, but he couldn't get to the top. And why the elders that have labor in prayers, just like the Bible talk about Rachel. When Rachel died in the Bible says Rachel, even in her grave, she began to pray for her 2 beautiful sons. So these elders that in prayers concerning the state, the Lord should bring someone that will rule like David, someone that will rule with the spirit of Elijah. And up to now, it seems though that we have not gotten that person that will rule Taraba State. However, I would like to use the Bible now to expatiate, or I'll talk more on parable using the Bible, so that to understand the dream I had, to tell you the meaning of the dream I had concerning Taraba State. First, the Lord took me, when I began to labor in prayers, to know what is the meaning of that dream that I had. The Lord took me to the book of Revelation. Meanwhile, about 3 or 4 years back ago, the Lord told me when I'm 40 that He will give me to speak to leaders, to speak to nations, to speak to economies. And that is the reason why the day that it has come. So Revelation chapter 5 verse 1 to 2. Revelation chapter 5. Revelation chapter 5 verse 1 to 12. I may read very fast. Then I saw a book, and that's a book, and those 2 books that are side by side the throne that I saw, they are the chronicles written concerning Taraba State. You don't understand. These are the things that the God has spoken concerning our state. Taraba is far, far better, if you can see in the realm of a spirit, than what we are today. But it is only a man that have labor in prayers, that is the governor of Taraba State, that have labor in prayers, and he can have access to read those things from that book. And that's why he took me to that book of Revelation. He said, then I saw a book. God, who was sitting in the throne, was holding the book. He was holding it in his right hand, and he had written inside the book on the back side of it, and had locked the book with the book with locks. And I saw a strong dog with a loud voice, who is so good that they can break the locks. He said, who can open the book? But nobody in heaven could open, neither could anyone under the earth it. Our posture, the scripture that I read, God is and God will not reduce his standard, because there is nobody found in heaven or beneath the earth to open the book thereof. So God will not reduce his standard for anybody. One thing I want you to know, God will never reduce any leader. You must pay the price as a leader to go to read the mind of God concerning your state. You rule by the wisdom of God. Bible says Jesus grew with wisdom and statures. So as a leader, you must rule by the wisdom of God, and you must have access to Jesus to know the wisdom of God. Verse 5 said, then one of the leaders spoke to me, do not weep. He said, look, the one who is stronger than everyone else has won the fight. His name is the Lion from Judas's family groups. His name is also the Root of David. He belongs to David's family, but he is greater than David. He can break the locks on the book so that he can open it. Then I saw a lamb. He was standing in the middle of the being that we alive and the leaders were wrong. He appeared to be the lamb that someone had killed. This lamb has 7 horns. His eyes are of God, that into all the part of the world. That's why I call it the 7th throne. So when you read from King James, it's much more better in King James, but I read from here so that you can be able to know this is easy English. Now let me go further to explain to you what I saw from King James. So the 7 attributes of majesty that he is worthy to receive, each coincide with the 7 main pillars of every nation's culture or society. If you read from King James, it talk about the seventh seal or 7 pillar. These are talking about the 7 spirit that rule every nation. So when we speak of discipline or discipling the nations, we are speaking of these 7 pillars of society that the Lamb is worthy to receive. After I made a deep research, the original Greek meaning of this word, 1, it became evident to me that power speak of government. Because if you read from King James, talk about powers. Power speak of government. There are 7 things I want us to pick from that place we read. Let me take it to King James so that you get to understand much. So, power speak of government. And then number 2, riches speak of economy. Wisdom speak of education. Strength speak of family. Honor speak of religion. Glory speak of celebration, that is art, and blessing speak of media. So in this 7 throne prophecy that I'm about to send as a warning to the governor, 7 thrones that we're going to battle with in the year coming 2025. So, and I will refer to this foundation of culture or scepters of society as a 7th throne. Revelation chapter 17. It described an harlot who sat on the beast with a 7 head. There are 7 mountains. So I use the word, that metaphor for mountain, I thought it to be thrones. This demonic entity described as a woman must be displayed from the mountain or from the throne of Taraba State. Something strange have entered into the seat of Taraba State. Now, this is our mission that we were commissioned by Jesus to do. When Bible spoke about that we have to be the head but not the tail, it means that Jesus is the head, we are the body. So Jesus have done his part, we are the one, the rest of the things he did. Jesus is the head and we are his body. So I want to highlight the 7 specific areas of influence that the Lord has assigned us as the church in the state in Nigeria, and then offer insight into the nature of the spiritual battles involved in this sevenfold mission mentioned above. When you read Exodus chapter 3 verse 7 to 8, you talk about the wilderness was never a promise of Nigeria. The wilderness was not a promise for Taraba State. I'm trying to living in wilderness in Taraba State for decades, and the Lord is sitting in search for that person that will rule Taraba State with that spirit. Your Excellency, the Governor of Taraba State, the Lord have chosen a state. I want you to look back and check. Is that the Lord asks you to rule this state? Things are not going right. We are in wilderness in this state. Again, the promised land is the nation. This land that Taraba, God has in mind for Taraba that we should enjoy, not to suffer. The manna was never God's original plan for Taraba State and Nigeria. I'm speaking to the governor and the president of Nigeria. Joshua chapter 5 verse 12. Water from the rock was never God's original plan for his children in Taraba State and Nigeria. All this one are emergency. When things happen, that's when the government will set up a committee. They want to give palliative, they want to do this. That is not a design that God has made us as a people. We are living in wilderness. So the 7 nations, greater and mightier. I'm coming now into the real prophecy. Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 1. The book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 1. I have to be very fast. I want to make it very brief. Chapter 7 verse 1. Let me go to my easy read Bible because it gives me more clarity. All right. Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 1 says, the Lord your God is bringing you into the country that will be your country. He will send away many people from other countries in front of you. There are 7 nations that are larger and stronger than you are. They are the Hittites, the Girgashites, Amorite, Canaanite, Perizzite, Habesite, and Jebusite. But today I will talk about one because of the message to the governor of Taraba State and the president of Nigeria. Now, when the Lord your God bring you into the land which you got to possess and has cast out many nations before you, one of the gods or that rule in our nation is the one I call Girgashite. Girgashite. This is a Greek word. Girgashite is in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 1. Now, I want to take you back. Let's look back to the opening scripture of this scripture that I just read now, Deuteronomy chapter 7. The Lord began to tell Moses again about the promised land. So it is a passion in the heart of the Lord for his people. He does not want them in deserts. The Lord said he doesn't want his children in Taraba State and Nigeria in deserts. He does not want to give them emergency ration of manna. He does not want to refer to them with emergency or refresh them with emergency water from the rock. He has also much more for his children. The Lord said, we have ignored entire thrones or mountains or scepters of society because they are of the devil. That means the church has forsaken. We fed our politics of the devil, and that is why today we cry with a loud voice. But the Lord is now saying, we must take over the thrones of Taraba State. Now, this revelation is an earthquake that the Lord is releasing into his body. The shock wave of the revelation are beginning to sweep through Christian society in the Northeast and in Nigeria. Having said that, one of the spirits that govern Taraba State is what? Gegeshite. From the book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 1. Now, the throne of government or politics is a mountain that the Lord is beginning to position his children to invade and disciple. It means that we need to disciple our people. So, Mr. Governor, there is a spirit that have penetrated your government. And I want to draw your attention to these 7 things that the Lord wants you to look at them critically. And what is Gegeshai? The second mention in Deuteronomy chapter 7 is Gegeshai, the name dwelling in cliffs, and represent being motivated by earthly desire, ambition. In essence, is represent corruption brought on by the pride of life. 1 John chapter 2 verse 16. The definition of corruption is the impairment of integrity, virtue, or morality. This is what presently rule in politics and government. All governments suffer corruption, a build in sabotage that guarantee their eventual explosion. This afternoon, Mr. Governor of Taraba State, the Lord is happy with you. The Lord said we should let you that he is not happy with you. You must come, you cry for mercy. In that dream, you were struggling to get the blueprint on how to rule Taraba State. You could not climb onto the top of the mountains. And many people in Taraba State are suffering. This spirit called Gegeshai, there's a spirit that has been invoked in your state, in your government. That's the reason why you don't stay in the state. Bible says wherever the heart of man is, that is where his treasure is. As a father of a state, the first citizen of a state, you must be on ground. For you to stay in the state, that means your heart is in the state. Yeah, we heard people said you travel to out to bring investor to bring in quite a lot of things, but we have not seen anyone. None has happened. And I'm trying to make you understand that the reason why you don't stay in this state is there is a spirit that has been invoked so that your heart will not be here. Because the more you are here, the more you know what is happening with your people. There is no road in Taraba State. Jalingo as a capital, there is no road, Mr. Governor. Mr. Governor, you must look back. Create road in the state. Open the state. The greatest mistake you have done is by inviting the Gegeshite and speaking in parable. You bring them close to you. And these are the men that does not like your government. There are many people in your government that does not like you to succeed, and you're not aware of it. There are many people in your government that want to see your downfall. If anybody would not like to tell you the truth, we are the shepherd. We have leopard in this state. We are still praying even for you, because Bible commanded us to pray for our leaders, and that is why we are praying for you as a governor to succeed. But things are not right in the state. Even the street light from roadblock down to Yola, all of them are not working. Some are not working. We have 33% of out of school children, Mr. Governor. Please look back. The Lord is not happy with you. And the last dream, or the first dream I had was that there were about 200 something Malans that have been invited. And the Lord showed me that in what they call it, in a palliative market, an old man came in my dream and took me to that palliative market. He asked me, did I know this place? I said, I don't know the place. He said, this is Taraba State. I saw Malans in cycle bury an unborn baby alive in that place. And what is the reason? It's because they don't want the market to move to that place. It's because they say you will never rule this state and succeed. I make effort, if I can sit audience, to tell you this. This is the only chance to tell you this, Mr. Governor. And I'm saying this with love for you. These people have made it clear that you will not succeed in government. You need to check again. Most of your commissioners are not doing anything, especially commissioner from Okari City, another state, or other local government. They are not doing the right thing. They are not representing you. You need to resharpen your government or your cabinet. There are people that you need to let them go. So as a state, we're calling upon you as a governor. You traveled a lot, but we are saying that reduce the travels, stay in the state, know what is happening with your people. So this spirit called Gegashai want to make sure to fight you and frustrate you. So there are 7 thrones that are fighting your government. They are fighting your government with everything within them. And one of the reasons is they are working to destroy Taraba State. This spirit or these particular people in your government that you are brought close to you, even our neighbors that you're brought close to you, or that you're brought close to you, they are not, their heart, some of them, their heart is not clean, Mr. Governor. Number 2, they are working to destroy the next generation. They are working to destroy the next generation. The drum of war, plague, will ravage this state. Number 3, they are working to destroy the foundation of our faith. Destroy the foundation of our faith. Number 4, and also they are working hard to release the spirit of Jezebel in your government. Be careful, women, Mr. Governor. They are going to release the spirit of Jezebel in your government. And this is the spirit that will pull any leader down. Mr. Governor, watch your back. This is the Lord speaking, that we should let you know they are going to release the spirit of Jezebel in your government. They are working to prevent a lot of things to happen in this state. The good things concerning this state, they are working hard to prevent it from happening. Bible said, for any nation that humble himself, the Lord shall exalt it. So, Mr. Governor, you have to check the education. Check the, let me read it from my script here. We have the education. We have the, I just mentioned them of recent. Let me just check my education, economy, family, religion, art and entertainment, and the media. These are the things you need to watch out for. We don't have road. And then again, don't forget your town, where you came from. Don't forget your town, where you came from. And lastly, to the governor of Taraba State, there are things that you need to also watch out. The Lord says you keep your heart, your house in order. Your house is not in order. The Lord said, keep your house in order. Keep your house in order. Keep your house in order. The next election, you will get it very tough. It will be very, very tough. Because the Lord said the next governor of Taraba State will rule with the spirit of Elijah. I don't know, is that it could be you, it could be another person. But I'm seeing that the next election will be very tough. And if you're not careful, you'll be the first governor to rule Taraba State, either first or I can be corrected, but you'll be the first governor to rule Taraba State only one time. There is a wave that is coming, a serious wave. And that wave, no man on this planet can stop it. Because it's the Lord that is speaking. Watch it. If not, your next election, I don't know it's you, but the Lord said the next governor of Taraba State will rule